khabar semua? Nama saya Asamat. Terima kasih kerana menonton. This is a surprise little Facebook Live. Saya nak kongsi sedikit sebanyak tips strumming. Antaranya saya nak tujukan ni kepada seorang student saya yang dapatkan langkah gitar girang 1 dan 2, Alif Adnan, yang tanya saya boleh tak bagi some extra tips untuk strumming supaya boleh improve strumming teknik. Jadi dalam video ni saya akan tunjukkan tips yang hopefully boleh membantu improve strumming. So jangan request lagu, tolong jangan request lagu. Saya tak buat request lagu. This is just hari ni just nak cerita pasal strumming aja. Okay. So pertama sekali, bila kita nak buat strumming kan, especially pada peringkat beginner, yang pertama sekali kita kena comfortable adalah pegang pick dengan comfortable. So make sure, kalau saya selalu recommend jari ni curve, letak pick sini, letak ibu jari sini. Itu cara asas pegang pick. Nombor 2 is kita nak buat strumming tu seselesa yang boleh. Maksudnya, hello Zandy Chai. So kita nak make sure bila kita strum ke bawah tu, kita bukan tolak tali tu, kita just biarkan dia jatuh. So ni tak ada chord kan, sekarang ni left hand tak ada chord, just open strings. So saya dekat sini tali ke-6, saya biarkan dia jatuh all the way sampai tali 1. Dan saya nak make sure pergerakan ni relax. So latihan pertama untuk helping untuk improve ni adalah kita just kira 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jadi siapa yang menonton ni, kalau you menonton video ni dalam playback dia balik, you boleh actually practice ni bersama saya sekali. So buat ni macam tengok tak dulu bila orang cakap apa, dekat TV dulu ada video yang macam senaman 5, 6, 7, 8 apa dekat TV 1 ke apa dulu waktu sebab pagi kan. You boleh berlatih ni dengan saya. So tak ada chord lah. So kita buat bersama. Kalau you ada gitar, grab. Kalau tidak, later boleh tengok balik video ni. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, open string. 1, 2. Jadi jangan stress, just strum bawah gitu. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Macam tu je. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ini step pertama. Yang paling penting bahagian ni adalah kita nak buat ni supaya tangan kita biasa dengan strumming dan biasa dengan keeping time. Ini timing tu kita nak jaga supaya kita tak rushing, kita tak rushing laju, kita tak slow down, kita just like 2, 3, 4. Macam tu je, open string. Lebih kurang like even je, okay? Itu latihan pertama. So practice tu dalam 200 kali ke, something like that. Serious. Practice tu sampai biasa kan, comfortable. Latihan kedua, kita buat dengan strumming down and up. So kita try macam ni. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So masih tak ada chord, just open string. And kita kind of kena semua tali. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Latih ni aja. Nampak macam boring, tapi benda ni boleh membantu kalau you tak biasa strumming aja. Ya, sambil itu tolong tulis daripada mana. Itu Syarudin daripada Sempurna Sabah. Tulis type dekat mana awak menonton ni. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So buat ni sebagai latihan kedua. Relaxkan tangan tu. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Tolong tag kawan-kawan yang main gitar. Mungkin ada yang beginner, yang baru mula nak main gitar. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Ada daripada Penang. Tali Jaya, sorry. Besut Terengganu. Tolong type dari mana awak menonton. Teluk Intan, wow, Teluk Intan. Melaka tapi kampung kat Kedah. So kita nak buat ni sampai betul-betul tangan relax. Back to exercise pertama. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ni semua down eh. 2, 3, 4. Salam section 22. 1, 2. Lepas tu buat exercise 2. So ni semua kan just nak biasakan strumming motion ni. Sekarang ni bukan kita kira pasal tone semenyih. Wah, cool. Kita bukan nak buat pasal sedap ni sekarang. Kita just nak biasakan. Khabar Frankie dari Kuching. Just down, up, down, up, down, up. Penang, yeah, Joyce. How you doing? Liverpool, Terengganu. Wow, Terengganu pun ada Liverpool. 1 and 2 and West Ham. Wow. Ramai dekat negara-negara bola ni semua. Kampung Pandan. Frankie cakap nak main gitar tapi tak pandai. Well, you're at the right place, man. Sebab this one is untuk newbie punya. So, pertama, cara pegang gitar, make sure you pegang pick gitar dengan comfortable, pick dengan comfortable. Kedua, exercise pertama, just strum. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yang penting tu dia kena even. Ni semua pasal right hand, pasal strumming hand. Lepas tu buat exercise 2. 1 and 2. Jadi siapa yang ada gitar tu, kalau you boleh tangkap gitar, ambil gitar, follow saya ni. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay. Exercise ketiga. Tadi kita dah buat quarter note, 2, 3, 4. Lepas tu kita buat 8 note, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Sekarang kita buat 16 note, 16 notes. Maksud dia is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So, Frankie tiap malam menonton YouTube Alibata. Ya, dia memang popular. Very accomplished. That's good. Saya punya stuff yang saya tunjuk ni is amat-amat basic. So, tak complicated macam Alibata. This particular video in focus. Okay, so latihan pertama yang strum down. Latihan kedua, down up. Latihan ketiga ni is 16 notes. So, dia jadi 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Okay, so kita strum 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Betul? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Betul? 1E and... Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Betul? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Betul? 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So, tu tiga latihan dia. One is 1, 2, 3. Latihan kedua, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... So, tu tiga latihan dia untuk biasakan tangan ni relax strumming. Tu pertama. Tengok Zandy Chai ada soalan ni, ada komen. Tengok jap. I already play guitar about 16 years. The lesson can gain knowledge. Thanks, Zandy. Appreciate that. Okay. Seterusnya is lepas kita dah biasa buat quarter note, 8 note dengan 16s tu, kita nak boleh tukar chords. Okay, that's the next step. But I think Azrul Hisham ni ada soalan. Oh, Frankie pun ada komen. Seronok tengok orang pandai main gitar. Kalaulah saya tahu main gitar, seronok ikut orang main gitar. Frankie, if you berminat nak belajar main gitar, you can get my course berjudul Langkah Gitar Girang 1 dan 2. I will try to put it in the comments sekejap. Saya letak dalam comments sekejap. com.co/LGG. So can get Langkah Gitar Girang 1 kalau complete beginner, Langkah Gitar Girang 2 kalau untuk yang dah main gitar for a while. Azrul, boleh buat contoh strumming tak? Zapin ke, joget ke, samba ke? Saya tak pandai main zapin atau joget sebab saya tak ada gig yang main zapin atau joget. So I can show you the strumming patterns yang saya biasa pakai lah. So and actually the thing is kan, dia so dependent on lagu tau. So I tak how do I say, I tak banyak pakai like generic pattern. So depends. Zakaria cakap internet kacau lah. Well, on my side, the internet is okay. So, macam mana orang lain punya connection? Is everyone internet kacau? Atau maybe location je? Depending on your location or your internet. Okay, Azrul. So, one strumming pattern you boleh buat is like, macam I can show you the basic pop stuff yang kind of interesting. It's like, macam, this pattern is very typical for pop or rock. So ni pattern dia is 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Bila on the 3 tu, yang beat ketiga tu 1, down, up. 3 ni kita tak strum, kita strum ke bawah tapi tak kena tali. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Sekali slowly. 1, 2 and 3. C, 2 and 3 and 4 and G, 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. So contohnya kalau kita buat pattern tu 1, 2. Satu pattern rock dengan pop yang selalu orang pakai. Another pattern that I like is kalau you ada power chords kan, just like a very basic kind of like macam tak ada apa-apa kan, tapi it's actually kind of a nice 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Just like 8 notes je. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and something like that. So those are two really useful patterns. Nampak simple, tapi most people cannot play in time actually. Walaupun mereka fikir mereka boleh play in time. Jamin internet okay? Hey Waning, how are you doing? Waning has such a good question. Thanks Waning. A new question, when we do strumming, do we swing the wrist or mostly the arm? Depends how fast the tempo is. So, if you are doing kind of folk stuff, right, it's such a good question. If you're doing kind of big folk stuff, if you want to get a kind of a big, if it's not too fast, like you can do. So this is coming from the elbow. But it's a big movement. I can't do that. Well, it's not to say I can't do that. susah nak buat tu kalau you nak buat laju. So the faster the tempo, I might move from my wrist. So if I did that from the wrist, right, it's not to say that the elbow is not moving tau. Elbow is moving, but most of the detail is in the wrist. When I want to emphasize on the beat kan, bila nak buat dia lebih kuat kan, I might do the elbow. So if I do a big movement kan, I want to get more dynamics, I'll do from the elbow to get that kind of motion. But if I want to get it gentle, I still move from the elbow. But bila all the smaller movements, the important thing is that this whole arm should be relaxed. It's actually coming all the way from the shoulder though. So don't tense up any part of your all the way from your shoulder to your back, right? This muscle should be relaxed, especially this part. A lot of my students, kalau dia tense kan, it's actually because this shoulder is too tight. Because we're on our phones, we're on our tablets and stuff. So stretching is actually really good to make sure that the shoulder is relaxed. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Both. So depending on the kind of strumming pattern you're doing. Enki cakap, saya ada gitar jenama kapuk tapi kat rumah tak ada orang pandai main gitar yang nak ajar. Well, if you want to invest, you can actually just go to my YouTube channel. I have like, I don't know, berapa ratus video. So you boleh tengok the free videos on YouTube. Or you can get Langkah Gitar Girang 1 and 2, which is more step by step kalau you berminat. Azrul, wow, thank you Sifu, sama-sama. Waning, you're welcome. Tag your students or tag anyone that plays guitar that needs some strumming help. Or tag anyone that might be interested in this kind of info. Thanks, Waning. Thanks for the question. Really good question. Really appreciate it. Ezra. Okay. Nur Hayat Muhammad Zubair tanya, hi bro, Az bertunjuk teknik pegang pick masa strum atau ikut sedap rasa. Saya strum kan, saya pegang a few different ways. One of the ways is actually this whole thing being curve, letak pick kat sini and tangan sini. Pick dia keluar to the side sini. So bahagian tajam kat sini. And bila saya strum tu kan, dia kadang-kadang saya pegang macam ni, kadang-kadang saya pegang flash to flash je tu. Nur Ilham, saya baru letak link dia dekat atas tadi. Let me try to pin the link for you. I know there's so many comments here, so it's might be. So saya baru letak link untuk Nur Ilham Khairuddin. Saya baru letak link untuk Langkah Gitar Girang 1. So it's just gum.co/lgg1. Langkah Gitar Girang 2 is just gum.co/lgg2 LGG2. So both links are macam dekat-dekat dia punya link dia. So Nur Hayat, so saya letak macam tu. That's one. The other one saya letak macam ni. So flash dengan flash. So depending on bila saya strum tu kan, saya akan strum. Sometimes saya pegang macam ni. See whether you can see better. I want to make sure you guys can see this, so that tak semua clear. And notice the sound tu saya nak dapat is I want to get kind of a relaxed kind of sound. Saya tak nak dia tight tau. Nampak tak? Kalau saya, you don't want to hold it too tight, you nak hold it loose. So bila sound dia baru cantik. And sometimes saya akan buat macam ni. Something like that. Nak more detail, then get Langkah Gitar Girang 1 dan Langkah Gitar Girang 2 for basic guitar. And kalau nak talking about technique saja, then teknik gitar teratur. That's another one, which is in the new course. Teknik gitar teratur. Nur Ilham tanya, macam mana nak kenal skill-skill yang ada ya? Ada dalam Langkah Gitar Girang 1 dan 2? Tak. Langkah Girang 1 dan 2, Langkah Gitar Girang 2 introduce minor pentatonic. Kalau you nak belajar scales, get rahsia jadi hero major scales, get that one first. And lepas tu dapatkan which one should I recommend first? Formula lead guitar bergaya. So rahsia jadi hero major scales, and then formula lead guitar bergaya. I think those two will introduce. Dia tak introduce semua scale lah, sebab actually there's like berapa banyak scale? Ada I think 4 or 5 parent scales, which means there's like 35 scale modes yang basic. So it's a lot of things to discuss lah. But kalau tak kenal fingering scales lagi, dapat langkah rahsia jadi hero major scales. I'll put the link as well. So rahsia jadi hero major scales is gum.co. Anyway, kalau siapa-siapa yang perlukan the link ni, you can just like message me juga kalau you tak dapat the link. gum.co/rahsia jadi hero major scales. Start with that one and then baru go to the next one. Han Rizal cakap, macam mana pemilihan ketebalan pick? Ada certain requirement atau terpulang? Saya suka pakai medium pick or hard, medium or hard. Kecuali kalau saya strumming on acoustic dan saya tak payah buat lead. Kalau saya tak perlu buat apa-apa lead, dan saya pakai, sometimes saya pakai like thin pick. Kalau just strumming. Kalau saya kena buat lead line, then saya pakai medium or hard. Like the pick I'm using is from Mr. Fastfinger, which is a really pretty pick. It's kind of hard, I guess. I think it's thicker than medium, so it's probably like medium hard. I don't know the exact thickness. Fizzle Joe, cara plucking yang betul macam mana bro? Sebab sebelum ni saya rasa macam plucking saya tak kena sebab bunyi dia tak serata. I'm gonna sound like an advertisement, tapi that pasal plucking kan, I just did a new course, nama dia Asas Gitar Fingerstyle, which goes into in-depth asal plucking. But I can show you the basic posture, which is, I selalu suka, I come from classical background, so ibu jari dekat tali 6, jari 3 ni, IMA ni dekat tali 3, 2, 1, dan ada gap sini. Kalau you tengok, dia macam ada, dia bukan sini tau, artinya dia ke depan sikit, antara jari ni dengan ibu jari tu kan, dia ada macam ada triangle, ada macam pyramid triangle shape. So basically kalau ni tali gitar kan, dia ada macam shape macam tu. It's something like this. This is better, not show you guys. So ibu jari tu ke depan sikit. Reason is ibu jari tu akan jatuh ke sini, ibu jari lain akan datang sini. So bila you plucking kan, dia tak langgar tau. Kalau kita macam ni, dia akan hit each other. So dia tak berapa selesa. Plus the tone is much better kalau macam ni, especially if you have a bit of nail. But yeah, kalau nak in-depth, Asas Gitar Fingerstyle is my new course. I know I have so many courses now, so I'm trying to record new ones, 1 or 2 every month. So Asas Gitar Fingerstyle. Let me see if I can give you guys Asas Gitar. The reason I have so many courses now is sebab orang semua tanya macam mana nak buat ni, macam mana nak buat tu kan. And eventually saya start record one by one course khusus yang cover topik tu. So Asas Fingerstyle, what's the thing? Asas Fingerstyle. So it's just gum.co Asas Fingerstyle. So yeah, that's the link for Asas Fingerstyle. Saya baru letak. Okay, I'm going to take 1 or 2 more questions before we go. Faris, strumming is something that takes a little bit of practice to get good rhythm. I'm having difficulties with bar chords. Any tips? So with bar chords, I also just did a video that dekat apa? It's included dekat Teknik Gitar Teratur. But the short answer is, I hate bar chords, to be perfectly honest. But in general, you don't have to bar the whole bar kalau most of the time kan. You kena fikir mana yang you perlu tekan. So for example, kalau you nak buat bar chord F ni kan, I only need to press 2 ni, so I don't press the rest. Kalau I buat macam let's say C major ni kan, I don't need to bar actually. I kena just ni C, lepas tu sini. So I avoid, kalau I tak perlu bar any particular thing, I will actually avoid and buat one note if I need. So I avoid when possible. Kalau I perlu tekan, macam let's say this one kan, I tak tekan semua tau. I tekan, so So actually tengah-tengah ni semua is like tak tekan kuat. Sebab jari ni dah tekan sini. That's why. So I don't need to actually press that hard. And whenever I can avoid bar chords, I avoid. That's the main tips. And the other tip is make sure your guitar is set up so that the action is not too crazy high. So kalau tidak, letih and sakit. It's not fun at all. Maybe you're right. I'm not sure. I have a lot of picks, so I have tons of picks. Let me compare with a 1mm if I have a 1mm here. To be honest, you can give me any pick. I'm comfortable with most kinds of picks. It's just a matter of what pick I have at that moment in time. This one is what? 73. This is the Dunlop 73mm. I think this one is slightly thicker than a 1mm. This is 0.7. Yeah, it might be 1, it might be a bit thicker. I'm not sure. How thick is this one? This is 0.6 gravity. Yeah, I'm not too sure. But I usually like to use, whenever I have a Fender medium, I'll use a Fender medium. Nur Hayat, sama-sama. Adakah perlu explore dan hafal semua skills? Tak perlu. You don't have to. You just kena pakai and hafal benda-benda yang you nak pakai. So, contoh skill yang saya tak berapa pakai sangat is macam, there's a skill called an augmented skill, bukan whole tone, augmented. Saya tak tahu, I know the skill tapi I tak pernah practice the skill. So, I don't use it that much. So, tak perlulah. But macam, to me, minor pentatonic, major scale. I think wajib lah. Kalau you nak main gitar, it's like, tu yang paling basic. Semua skill, tak wajib, kecuali kalau you nak jadi sessionist, then you should know as many as possible. Depends what your goals are lah. Bergantung dengan cita-cita you. The sound is bold coming out from that pick. Thanks. Fizul, welcome. Azrul Hisham, sapi tidur le. Arigato, sama-sama. Okay. So yeah, those are all really, really good questions. Apa yang Ibnu reply tu? Tidur lah. Funny lah. Sama-sama. So, okay. Just to wrap up. One more thing I nak beritahu tip pasal strumming untuk beginners kan, is tip pasal nak tukar chord. So, a lot of people, bila dia cakap dia tak pandai strumming, selalunya, salam maghrib. Yeah, as soon as maghrib nak start ni, saya akan stop this broadcast. So, hey Izzat, sorry, saya tak main lagu. This is just a class. Strictly just a tip thing. Also Facebook, kalau saya buat lagu cover, Facebook might block my video and you will not get any videos from me. I know that doesn't scare a lot of people, but I try to make sure that my stuff is like following the guidelines. But I want to make sure I can give you guys more videos. So siapa yang berminat nak tengok saya perform lagu, go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/azsamad. youtube.com/azsamad. Itu untuk performance videos. Sini is just like lesson and tip videos. Most of the time. Kecuali kalau lagu saya, then I can perform my own song. Okay, so A minor contohnya. Kalau kita nak practice strumming, nak tukar chord kan, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Jadi apa saya buat tu is bila saya cakap and, so tu bila jari saya bergerak 1, 2, 3, 4 and 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 1. So trick dia pada mula-mula, especially kalau beginner, is you nak gunakan masa in between strumming tu untuk tukar shape chords. Kalau benda tu masih susah nak tukar in time, then do this, which is just like you kira tapi you tak tukar, you tak strum. You like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, change chord. 1, 2, 3, change chord. 1, 2, 3, change chord. 1, 2, 3, change chord 1. So kita tukar chord tu pada beat 4 ataupun beat 4N, supaya kita ada beri masa by the time kita nak beat 1 yang part seterusnya tu, kita boleh actually got time to strum the chord. That's the basic tip. So if you ambil anything from video hari ni, satu is pegang pick dengan cara yang selesa. Strumming pada downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then tukar pada offbeat tu supaya kita biasa tukar dan masih keep time. Selalu kelemahan gitaris yang dah main 5-10 tahun yang tak pandai main strumming lagi kan, sebab dia tak pandai tukar chord in time. Okay. Han Rizal tanya, what's the kinds of string for acoustic guitar bila kita main binaural lagu strumming? I have used Elixir and I have used the Dario. I think the one I have right now on the string is probably the Dario. I think it's the last one I changed. I'm not sure which one I have on now. Is this a... This might be an Elixir, I think, for the bass strings. I'm not sure. To be honest, like, I recommend kalau you banyak duit, dapat normal non-coated strings is good. And kalau you if you can afford it, if you tak berapa banyak duit, then get coated strings. Dia lebih mahal, but the idea is dia tahan lama sikit. So I have coated strings on this, either some Elixir Nano Web, saya suka Elixir Nano Web, ataupun the Dario EXPs, or I think they have the new one NTs, is quite good as well. It's really good stuff. So yeah, I would. And also the other thing I want to say is that every guitar string ni kan, dia depending on your guitar tau. So some guitars will sound better with the Dario, some guitar will sound better with Elixirs. So I don't know. I've used Phosphor Bronze strings. I quite like them. Phosphor Bronze ataupun sometimes I pakai bronze all the way. Nylon string is pada gitar nylon lah. Kalau you ada gitar nylon dan pakai nylon string. Tapi kalau you pakai gitar steel string, I wouldn't change it with nylon string. It's tak kena. Use the right string gauge untuk the right guitar. Kalau you pakai string gauge salah kan, you akan rosakkan gitar tu. It's like the tone won't be the best. And the guitar should be set up. You patut pakai tali gitar yang set up gauge yang sesuai pada gitar tu, and the action apa semua is set up for that string gauge. Kalau tidak, it's not gonna sound good and the intonation's not gonna be a bit off. So yeah, so that's the tips. And yeah, so like I said, I hope these tips are agak useful, membantu. I know that for some people these tips mungkin amat-amat basic, tapi this one memang is tip strumming untuk newbies. And some of these exercises akan nampak amat-amat basic, but benda-benda ni lah yang membantu. Dan kalau it takes some time tu, you just have to practice more. You have to take time, you kena sabar, kena practice stuff. Kepada sesiapa yang nak belajar gitar daripada basic and you need some foundation, dapat Langkah Gitar Girang 1 dan 2. I just put the link there, gum.co/LGG1 Langkah Gitar Girang 1, and dia ada sequel Langkah Gitar Girang 2. Kepada nak belajar skills, dapatkan Rahsia Jadi Hero Major Skills. It's a good one to start kalau nak tahu macam mana nak solo, formula lead gitar bergaya. Kepada yang nak apa lagi tadi yang tanya, siapa-siapa nak memerlukan bantuan teknik gitar secara teratur, I have a course called Teknik Gitar Teratur. Dan kepada yang nak belajar fingerstyle basic, plucking, asas gitar fingerstyle, the offer this month is that kalau you join my new thing called Club Gitar As-Samad, is a monthly subscription. So macam, you know how people dulu used to subscribe majalah kan, you beli majalah tiap-tiap bulan dan you dapat a new issue. So Club Gitar As-Samad, you boleh melanggan dan dapat a new course tiap-tiap bulan. So the course will be a 2-hour course. Bulan ni you dapat teknik gitar teratur, 2 jam belajar pasal teknik aja, termasuk nak faham macam mana bar chords, macam mana nak plucking, macam mana nak fretting, macam mana nak tukar fingering, macam mana nak buat slides, legato, hammer on, pull off, plucking, fingerstyle, classical, strumming pakai pick, different techniques pegang pick, pakai alternate picking. Terlalu banyak benda saya cover untuk alternate picking, economy picking, sweep picking basics. So all those things ada dalam teknik gitar teratur, dalam a 2-hour course pasal teknik. Dan nak belajar fingerstyle, asas gitar fingerstyle. So like I said, seperti langganan majalah zaman dulu kan, you boleh melanggan Club Gitar As-Samad, and you can get a new course every month. This month is teknik gitar teratur, dan juga you boleh dapat asas gitar fingerstyle as a bonus this month. So 3 jam lesson for just that langganan. And next month you akan dapat a new course, a brand new one that saya belum I haven't finalized apa lagi, but there's going to be a new course 2 jam juga. So kalau you rasa you nak commit to nak belajar every month, nak dapat new material, boleh consider join Club Gitar As-Samad. So far 15 orang dah join, so diorang dah dapat both the courses at the best price and value. Kalau berminat boleh check that out. It's just gum.co/kelab gitar. Kalau tak jumpa link dia, just boleh message saya boleh bagi the link. Okay, sabar. Hey Daiman. Selain dari A minor harmonic, apa skill boleh main untuk bunyi-bunyi ala Arabic? E Phrygian, which is like E major tapi E minor, E C major tapi starting on E. So something like that. Okay, so E natural minor, E Phrygian, so it's E F G A B C. Okay. Okay, that's it for now. Terima kasih semua. Thank you so much. Sekarang dah masuk maghrib kan, so soon. So terima kasih kerana menonton. Kepada siapa yang nak dapat langkah gitar girang 1, I dah put the link situ. Siapa nak ambil any other courses, kalau tak dapat the link, just send me a message. I boleh recommend which one maybe yang lebih sesuai for you. Ada soalan, let me know. And kita jumpa dalam video akan datang. Okay. Assalamualaikum. See you guys.